Y or N opened her eyes, feeling a gentle touch on her hands. Her heart skipped a bit, seeing Taehyung sitting on his knees in the purple field, holding her hand. Taehyung, marry me. Y or N. Let me hold your hand for the rest of my life like this. Her heartbeat rise. This is the moment she was waiting for since years. Y or N smiled and was about to nod her head as yes, but suddenly she remembered something. Her smile dropped, remembering about the past. It's not the first time Taehyung is sitting on his knees in front of her. It's not the first time he's proposing her. He did it before. He did it before to make fun of her. What if he's pranking on her again? The fear of getting humiliated again rushed inside her. Y or N removed her hand from Taehyung's grip and back away. Taehyung's smile fade away at her reaction. They look at each other's eyes. Fear were visible in both of their eyes. The fear in Yn's eyes says, he will humiliate her love again, and the fear in Taehyung's eyes says, she will break his heart again. But they are mature enough to understand each other's fear. Taehyung get up from his knees and walked close to Y or N. He cupped her cheeks and spoke. Taehyung, I know what you're thinking, but trust me. Y or N, I love you truly. I love you with my heart and soul. I love you with every fiber of my being. Please give me a chance. Y or N hold Taehyung's left hand, which was in her left cheeks, and kissed his palm. Y or N, I know, Taehyung, I know. I just got carried away. I love you and I trust you. I trust you so much that I would follow you to anywhere you want to live, even in next life. I trust you cause I love you and I will marry you. Taehyung pulled Y or N in his embrace as soon as she complete her sentence. They hug each other so tightly that the air can't even pass from between them. Y or N flinched when she heard the clapping sound. She broke the hug and saw her grandparents. Father and Aunt Amanda is standing there. Grandpa. Finally, I was about to get a heart attack when Y or N backed away. Mr. Parker, I need to start the preparation for the wedding. Amanda, I get emotional at your confession. Grandma, learn something from the kids. They're so romantic. They all started talking with each other. Taehyung and Y or N were looking at them with wide open mouth. Taehyung, you all were here from the beginning. Amanda, we were worried for you as you didn't return, so we all come out to search for you. Then Grandma saw you and Y or N here and call us. Mr. Parker, okay, now let's get back home. We have lots of work for the wedding. They nodded and started walking back to the farmhouse. Y or N was about to follow them, but Taehyung held her wrist and pulled her back to him. He pecked her lips and said, Taehyung, I didn't get chance to do romance with my fiancé. Y or N, the elders saw us. It's so embarrassing. She hid her face in Taehyung's chest, making him chuckle. Amanda, where are you going in this early morning? YN, I'm going to invite some special guests for our wedding. Mr. Parker, don't invite much people or else your mom will get to know about it. Y or N, Dad, I will just invite one special guest. Mr. Parker, fine, but take Taehyung with you. Where's he, by the way? Amanda, he's still sleeping. Y or N, I will wake him up. Y or N entered inside Taehyung's room and saw he's laying on his stomach. She walked towards him and hovered above him. YN, Tae, wake up. She whispered in his ear, but he doesn't respond. Y or N bite his earlobe, but Taehyung doesn't move a bit. She frown and bite his earlobe hardly, but still he doesn't move a bit. Y or N, is he alive? Taehyung, Tae, wake up. She said loudly while shaking him, but he doesn't move. Y or N, fine, sleep well. I'm going to meet Jake alone. Taehyung quickly opened his eyes and pushed Y or N in the bed. Taehyung, who's Jake? He asked, hovering above her. Y or N, Jake is my best friend. I love him a lot. Taehyung, then what about me? Y or N, don't act childish. Go and get ready soon. I can't wait to see Jake. She pushed Taehyung from above her and walked out from the room. Taehyung, let me see who the hell that Jake is, he said, getting up from the bed angrily. Y or N took Taehyung to the neighbor's house. A middle-aged lady was sitting outside the house. They walked to them. Y or N, Susie auntie. Susie, hey. Y or N, how are you? Y or N, I'm good. Susie, when did you come? Y or N, yesterday. Andy, where is Jake? Susie, he's inside. Wait, let me call him. Jake, look who come to meet you. Taehyung looked at the house door with sharp eyes and started waiting for the Jake guy to come out. He want to see what he have in him that YRN is so desperate to see him. Taehyung heard a bark from inside and a brown furry dog run out. YRN sit on her knees and hug the dog. YRN, Jake, how are you? I missed you so much, she said, caressing his neck. YRN, Taehyung, meet Jake. She turned her head towards Taehyung and saw he's looking at them with wide open mouth. YRN, Taehyung, Taehyung, huh? YRN, where are you lost? Greet Jake. Taehyung, oh, so Jake is a dog. He laughed, feeling relief. YRN look at him with a frown. YRN, why are you laughing? Taehyung, Jake is so cute. A girl come from the house while saying, Mom, do we have visitors? Oh, Taehyung and YN, they look at the girl and so Yumi. Taehyung, hey, we meet again. Suzy, do you guys know each other? Yumi, we meet in the train. YRN, Suzy auntie, who's Yumi to you? Suzy, she's my daughter. YN, I didn't see her here before. Suzy, Yumi doesn't live here. She lives in the city for study. She came here for vacation. YRN, oh. Suzy, by the way, who's this handsome boy with you? YRN, he's my fiancé Taehyung. Yumi, whoa, yesterday he was your driver and now he became your fiancé in one day. YRN, he proposed me last night. Taehyung, and she agreed. Suzy, that's so romantic. YRN, Aunt Suzy, can I take Jake with me? Suzy, sure dear. YRN, thank you. They go back home and Grandma take YRN in her room to show her the wedding gown. Grandpa called Taehyung and started telling him random stories about his life. Taehyung yawned. It's been 3 hours. Grandpa is talking non-stop, making him bore. Suddenly, Taehyung started missing YRN. He wanted to see her badly, so he excused himself from Grandpa and left to find YRN. YRN was playing with Jake when Taehyung come. He saw her and started admiring her with a smile. He was about to go to her when Amanda come and saw YRN is full of dust and mud. She also noticed her son eating YRN with his eyes. Amanda frowned and rest her hands on her waist before asking, Amanda, what are you doing, Kim? Taehyung, I'm adoring my soon-to-be wife. Amanda, you can stare at her as much as you want after tonight. Now go and help Mr. Parker. He's doing all the wedding arrangement alone. Taehyung, Mom, you're telling me to work in my own wedding? Amanda, yes, and I'll make you decorate your room also. Now go. Taehyung pouted and left from there. Amanda walked towards YRN to scold her. Amanda, what is this YRN? You made your clothes dirty. Soil is all over your face and clothes. Tonight is your wedding. YRN, do you want to look like a pig on your wedding? YRN shake her head as no. Amanda, then go and take shower. YRN nodded and run inside the house. Now it's been 5 hours. Taehyung doesn't talk with YRN. He was looking for her around the house and then bumped with someone in front of the stairs. YRN, watch out. Taehyung, there you are. I was looking for you. YRN, why? Taehyung, I was missing you. YRN, huh, you're talking like we meet after years. Taehyung, I'm feeling like this. He was about to touch her cheeks but flinched hearing his mother's shout from upstairs. Amanda, Kim, stupid Taehyung, why did you broke your wedding suit's button? Come here right now. Taehyung, I'll be back. Saying that he ran upstairs with pale face, making YRN laugh. Just then her grandmother came and spoke. Grandma, come YRN, it's time for the bride to get ready. At evening, YRN walked to the aisle holding her father's hand, wearing a bright smile. Taehyung was standing there showing everyone his teeth. They hold each other's hand and vowed to never let it go. Happiness was screaming in their faces. YRN, I promise you to love you without condition, to honor you each and every day, to laugh with you when you're happy, to support you when you're sad. Taehyung, I promise to be your best friend, your biggest fan, and to always listen and compromise as we go through our journey together. I can't wait to do life with you. They smiled and kissed each other to seal the vow. It was a simple but beautiful wedding and only few lucky souls witnessed it. YN's grandparents' father, Amanda and of course Jack were the guests of their wedding. After dinner everyone go back to their room. YRN and Taehyung stepped inside their shared bedroom and YRN gasped seeing the decorated bedroom. YRN, Wow, it's so beautiful. Who decorate this? Taehyung. Mom and grandma, I guess. Y or N walk around the room and started admiring the decorations. Taehyung walked towards her and pinned her in the wall, making her gasp. Taehyung, do you like the decorations? Y or N nodded her head. Taehyung, and do you know why they decorate our room, Mrs. Kim? Y or N shake her head as no. Taehyung, to enhances the mood, to make us feel more connected and deeply in love. So shall we start, Mrs. Kim, or you're nervous? Y or N, why would I be nervous? It's not our first time. Taehyung, so Mrs. Kim is ready. Y or N nodded and Taehyung dig his face in her neck. She felt his lips in her skin as he was giving butterfly kisses to her. Taehyung's hand went to the back of her dress and he pulled her zipper. He stripped her naked and left her standing there in front of him. He took ownership of her body. He took ownership of her soul. He didn't touch her, or he did with his gaze. Y or N looked down, feeling shy. Taehyung chuckled and walked towards the closet. He take out comfortable clothes and make Y or N wear it, making her surprise. He carried her to the bed and make her laid down. Taehyung, you must be tired. Good night, sleep well. He pecked her nose. YN's lips curved into a smile. Of course, wedding day is exhausted for every bride. At night they need rest, but some man jump on them like hyena. Here, Y or N is lucky to get an understanding and caring husband. Taehyung, take rest tonight, cause tomorrow I will break the bed with you. Y or N choke on her saliva hearing him. The next morning, Y or N come downstairs and saw her father and grandparents were having breakfast. Y or N, good morning, Dad, Grandma and Grandpa. Mr. Parker, morning, dear. Y or N, where's Aunt Amanda? Grandma, she go out for morning walk. Grandpa, where's Taehyung? Y or N, still sleeping. Suddenly the doorbell rings. Y or N, I think Aunt Amanda come back. She was about to go to open the door when Mr. Parker spoke. Mr. Parker, I'm done with my breakfast. I will go to open the door, you have your breakfast. Mr. Parker opened the door and become shocked. Mrs. Parker is standing there with Mark and his parents. Mr. Parker, honey, what a present surprise. Mrs. Parker, but it's you who surprised me, honey. You said you are going to London for important meeting, but here you are at your parents' farmhouse. Mr. Parker, I went to London and come back last night. Mom called me that they're here, so I come to see them. Mrs. Parker, I see you can lie very well. Now tell me, where's Y or N? You are the one who helped her to run, right? Y or N was hearing her parents' conversation from inside. She looked at her grandparents with wide eyes. Y or N, Mom is here. Grandma, go and hide. Y or N nodded and run upstairs. Taehyung was sleeping peacefully when Y or N run to him and shake him aggressively. Y or N, Tae, wake up, Mom is here, we need to hide. Taehyung sit on the bed while rubbing his eyes. Y or N, Taehyung, please don't be lazy now. We need to hide somewhere before Mom find us. Taehyung, I don't see any need of hiding now. He get up and wear his t-shirt. He hold her hand and started walking towards the door. Y or N, where are you taking me? Mom will see us like this. Taehyung, we're going to meet her. Y or N, what? She will take me away if she sees me. Taehyung, you're my wife, Y or N, and no one can take you away from me. Mrs. Parker, where is Y or N? Where did you hide my daughter? Taehyung, she's here, he said, coming down from the stairs holding her hand. Mrs. Parker, YN, there you are. You need a good lesson for running away from your wedding, young lady, but for now let's go from here. She held her hand and tried to pull Y or N with her, but Taehyung pulled back Y or N to him. Mrs. Parker, what kind of behavior is this? Taehyung, Taehyung, you can't take my wife like this. Mrs. Parker, wife? Taehyung, we got married last night. Mrs. Parker, how dare you to marry my daughter without my permission? Mr. Parker, she's my daughter too and I give him permission to marry her. Mrs. Albert, I'm sorry to interrupt, Mrs. Parker, but I think we should go now. Your daughter is already married and it becomes your family matter. Let's go, Mark. She left from there with Mark and her husband. YN's mother fall on the couch holding her head. Mrs. Parker, Taehyung, do you think you can give my daughter everything? Taehyung, I will try my best. Mrs. Parker, you can only try, but you can't give her a comfortable life. You can't fulfill her needs. You can't even effort the water she drink. Her one dress is much more expensive than your whole house. Y or N? Mom, you can't talk to my husband like this. Mrs. Parker, husband, you will crawl back to your mother in 1 week after he will fail to feed you. Y or N? You think you keep me so much happy with your money. I hate the life you give me. I hate the luxury you give me. You can't give me love. You give me a very poor life cause you failed to give me the most expensive thing in the world, mother's love. And you know who give me that mother's love? And Amanda, Taehyung's mother. So I will never crawl back to you leaving them. Mrs. Parker, I agree I couldn't give you time, but that doesn't mean I don't love you, and I believe you will come back to me leaving them soon. She get up from the couch and walked towards the door. And Amanda was standing there like a statue. No one noticed when she come back. Mrs. Parker stopped in front of her and spoke. Mrs. Parker, I trusted you and your son, but you stab in my back and take my daughter away from me. You will regret, Amanda. Saying that, she left from there. Yn broke down into tears as soon as her mother left. Taehyung hugged her and pecked her forehead. Everyone was silently standing on the leaving room. Only Yn's light sob was echoing. Mr. Parker, take Y or N to the room. Taehyung nodded and went upstairs with Y or N. At night, when everyone was having dinner silently, Mr. Parker spoke. Mr. Parker, Taehyung, you need to leave the country with Y or N and your mother. I've already booked the tickets. Y or N? Why, Dad? Why we will leave? Mr. Parker, your mother won't let Taehyung or you start a career here. Taehyung, we can't leave like this. We didn't do any crime that we have to run away. Mr. Parker, try to understand, you can't find any job here because of Yn's mother. I know her very well. And not only this, she will do everything to separate you both. Amanda, I can't leave this country. This is the place where I born. I meet my husband here. We got Taehyung and he died here in this country. I can't leave it. She looked down and started sobbing. Taehyung started caressing her back. Y or N? I will never forgive Mom for this. Saying that, she left the dining room angrily. After 1 week, they fly to London. Y or N bid goodbye to her grandparents and father. Yn's father hugged her tightly before she leave. She saw her father crying for the first time. She felt something heavy in her heart seeing her father crying. Taehyung was silently staring at his wife and mother. He saw their sorrow. He felt their pain. That day, he promised himself that he will try his best to give the happiest life to his mother and wife. They shifted to a rented apartment. Taehyung and Y or N started looking for job. Taehyung found a job in an office and Y or N in a boutique shop. Taehyung forbid Y or N to work, but she insists. After 2 months, Yn's mother realized her mistakes. She started missing her daughter, and one day she called her to ask forgiveness, but Y or N doesn't receive her call. And from that day, she often tried to talk with Y or N to apologize to her, but Y or N is very stubborn here. Now it's been 3 years. They left their country and settle here in London. Taehyung started his business last year and it's going very well. Y or N now own a boutique shop here. Her father comes sometimes to meet them. He talk about how much her mother is regretting her actions and how much she wants to see Y or N. But Y or N every time change the topic. Taehyung come back home after a tiring day at office and saw Amanda is sitting in the living room alone. Usually Y or N and Amanda watch TV together or talk about random stuffs this time of the day, but today Y or N isn't here. It's really unusual. Taehyung walked towards his mom. Amanda, welcome back, Bear. Taehyung, Y or N isn't with you today. Amanda, yeah, actually she's not feeling well, so she's resting in the room. Taehyung felt worry build inside him hearing his mother. He come to their room and saw Y or N is laying on the bed with closed eyes. Maybe she's sleeping. Taehyung slowly walked towards her. He carefully placed his palm on her forehead to check her temperature. Y or N opened her eyes feeling his touch. Taehyung, Mom said you're sick. Y or N give him a little smile and sit on the bed. Y or N, I'm fine. You go and take shower. Taehyung, are you sure? Y or N nodded and Taehyung walked towards the closet. Y or N, Taehyung, actually someone is moving on with us. Taehyung, who? He asked while opening the closet. Y or N, someone special. Taehyung was about to say something but stopped saying baby clothes in their cupboard. Taehyung, Y or N, the maid accidentally bring our neighbor's son's clothes from the laundry and put it in our closet. Y or N, fool, she mumbled. Taehyung, huh? Did you said something? Y or N, yeah, come here, I wanna talk with you. Taehyung walked towards Y or N like an obedient boy and sit on the bed next to her. Y or N, tell me what good things happened this year. Taehyung, this year? This year we had a very good sex at our anniversary. 10 rounds, do you remember? Y or N smack his head hardly. Y or N, I told you to say something good, not dirty. Pervert. Taehyung, this year we bought this house. You open your own boutique shop. Mom won a lottery to Maldives and went to her first solo trip. Our neighbor's dog run away who used to bark on me and Y or N, and this year you're going to be dad. Taehyung, yeah, this year I'm going to be dad. Wait, what? He looked at Y or N with questionable eyes and she nodded her head. Taehyung smiled brightly and jumped on Y or N, making her laid down on the bed again. He hovered over her and kissed her all over her face. Y or N, Taehyung, be careful, I have baby with me. Taehyung, oops, sorry. He kissed her tummy and said, Taehyung, sorry baby, daddy will be careful from now on. Y or N is now 6 months pregnant. She and the baby both are healthy and happy. Amanda and Taehyung is taking care of her very well. They become overprotective after hearing about the baby. Taehyung even took leave from office to take care of her. He's now working from home. Taehyung come to the bedroom with Yn's breakfast and saw she's sitting on the bed with sad face. Taehyung walked towards the bed and sit next to Yn. Taehyung, what happened? Why are you sad? Did you stepped on a bee again? Y or N, Dad called me. Mom is sick. She wants to see me badly, so despite being sick she fly here just to see me. Taehyung, then you should go and meet her. Y or N becomes surprised by his answer and look at him. Y or N, after what she did. Taehyung, I think you punish her enough. Y or N, she realized her mistake 3 years ago and she was trying to get our forgiveness since then. But you never talk with her. I think it's enough. We should meet her. Taehyung took Y or N to her parents' penthouse in London. Mrs. Parker was sitting on the couch leaning her head. Her eyes were closed. When someone called her softly, Y or N, Mom, she quickly opened her eyes hearing her voice after years. Mrs. Parker, Y or N, my sweetheart, you came. They hugged each other tightly and sobbed in each other's embrace. Taehyung and her father was staring at them with a smile. Taehyung, Y or N, why are you screaming, stupid? I'm in labor, not you. Taehyung, but you're pulling my hair. Y or N, you jerk. Who told you to make me pregnant? Taehyung, it's you who wanted a baby, now please leave my hair. Y or N, my pain is much more than yours. Saying that, she pulled his hair more and both of them screamed loudly. A loud sound of baby crying echo around the room. Y or N left Taehyung's hair and her head fall on the pillow. Taehyung started massaging his scalp. Doctor, wait, the second baby is still inside. Yn quickly grabbed Taehyung's hair again. Y or N give birth to twins. Taehyung is literally dancing in happiness. Her whole family become overwhelmed with joy seeing the babies. Today, Y or N got everything she dreamed about. Life isn't that much cruel.